The month of August has been one of the best in Trackmania world record hunting history, with so many new world record improvements and close attempts. Let's check out the best that the best Trackmania players have to offer. Starting with A15. On the 1st of August, Link was hunting this map. So, short backstory on Link, if you don't know Link. He started getting very good around 2018, and at the time he was playing for a team called Cab. And people thought that Cab players were too bad to get world records, so he was suspicious because he was in this team. Since then, he has left Cab and gotten better, so I think people were right in suspecting him. But anyway, Link is now one of the best players in the game, and here's a run where he is challenging Hefest for the world record. Time to beat 24:32, that's the gray car that you can see there. He speed slides better on the dirt in the start, gets low air time up to the platform, about a spoiler ahead. Still equal on the split though, hasn't gained a full 100th yet. Dropping down onto the dirt on the side, shortcut, trying to gain more, but it's an equal. The way Trackmania works, the old game, is that there are no thousandths of a second. So to actually beat the record here, you have to gain a full 100th. And Link didn't, although he's clearly ahead at the finish line, right? Like, he's clearly ahead. What was his time? It was a 24:32. 002. So by 2/100,000ths of a second, he did not beat this record. He tied it. This is like having a CSGO knife that is like 0.02 from Factory New or something. So he got kind of scammed, kind of unlucky, but he kept hunting it though, and eventually was able to get the 24:31 untied world record shortly after. So he managed to overcome the hurdle of getting that 100th faster checkpoint too. And a clean drop down to the side, the shortcut. And then slightly on the left here to reduce airtime. Actually, might have made the difference. If you look at the comparison, there's two rainbow colored cars, but the balloony one is Link. Gets 100th here. He was a bit more than a spoiler ahead in this run. And then there is still the idea of nose boosting on this final straight. It's never been done. Probably won't see it being done. But Link beats A15 at the start of August. That kind of sparked a lot of activity. And Simi started relentlessly hunting B07. This track is one that Hefest has the world record on as well. And he first got a 43 and then a 41 and then a 40. Now Hefest's world record is a 38. And so people were kind of anticipating, you know, how long he's going to take until he actually beats the 38. And if we jump ahead here, he actually got it with a 36. But let me tell you that this run was so hard fought. This was crazy. Because if you look at this video that he posted, it's a 9-minute video. And it shows all his attempts. And the same goes for Link, but when you see world records like the one on A15, there are so many good attempts that go into just getting that one clean run. So this map has a bug slide at the end, and then a bug slide into the finish here. And you can see some of the times he's getting. That was a 49. Going through here. Landing backwards, new bug slide there. So many failed attempts, right? And the final run, guys, is over here. Also, just to give you a perspective on CB here. Like, he's listening to hard style. This is not... He's listening to this when he hunts maps. Like, this is full gamer energy. Gets a clean start. And then the bug slide in the ending here. Bounds, nosedive, lands backwards, flicks into a new bug slide across the pool edge. This is how you can tell if someone is from Poland.
Yes! Kurwa! W końcu, ja pierdolę!
No doubt, absolutely Polish. Shortly thereafter, friends, a new record dropped. Dennis beat the record on D10. By 1500ths. But it's kind of sus. And it's sus because Dennis is a player that, when he sets a new record, there's often something spectacular. If you look at the old world record on D10, it's a 44:17 by Demon. You overwall on the start here, and then go very close to the road, and you get a 5:42 checkpoint. That's a perfect start on D10. And then afterwards, you have to drive a shortcut route that's very skill-based. A lot of tech here. So you go here. Now you're coming back to the checkpoint you skipped on the start, collecting it, and then jumping over this road to get back on the intended route. And then full speed down here, almost crashing the wall. Great drift setup, inside line. Like, the old world record was beautiful. So beating this by 0.1 is a big margin. But people haven't known that Dennis is up to something on this map for a long time. Seeing Dennis get rank 1 only meant one thing, and that's that Dennis had pulled off a new shortcut strategy on this map. So for the first time in the Nations Forever campaign, a world record uses a nose bug. I want you to just appreciate this beauty. It is absolutely stunning. Instead of overwalling like Demon did, he's able to get the back wheel lifted and therefore can nose bug not 542, 466 checkpoint. It's a super difficult setup to get. And hunting this map comes down to smashing your head against a wall every 2 seconds and then suddenly being ready when it actually works. And now it works, and now your heart rate's spiking, and now you have to not choke under the pressure. It is so absurd that he landed this. And you can see that the drifts are a little bit safer, but he still has a good lead to work with. Coming into the ending, going close to the wall, very close to that control block. And then in between the pillars, speed slide, and it is a world record by 0.15. But look at the comparison here. Look at how much this actually gains. Bop! And he's just gone. 0.7 ahead. But now you have all the pressure in the world. It's absurd. Imagine how many tries he got the nose bug start and fumbled. I mean, I can show you. I can show you. This is a clip that Dennis sent me in February of this year. Just look at this. So this record was achieved in August. This was in February already. Do you see the amount of cars? He had to suffer through every single one of those attempts. Not being fast enough, or failing, or crashing, or getting a landing bug. You know, this game is not perfect. And that's why this world record here, although only by 0.1, is one of the sickest that we've seen. And we're not done cooking yet. A week earlier, Link, after beating A15, started hunting CO4. Another player, Social, also started hunting CO4. The world record is a 35-21, so now the top 4 is getting really stacked. And the record from Schmaniel, by the way, it's a sick run, but it's kind of funny watching it because he had my stream in the background at the time of playing it. And yeah, just listen. Advertise another thing. Sadly. When I usually stream, you type !Discord. There's a channel on my Discord called Schedule, and I post my stream schedule there every week. But it's always Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 6 o'clock Central European. So 4 hours ago is when I usually start, and yeah, every weekend. Gotta just say, so this is plus to Rex's reaction. He used the in-game horn, but 35-21, very funny considering my schedule used to look so tidy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, guys. Look at this. And then just all over the place. But I'm trying. Nice run from Schmaniel, 35-21. We are living in Link's world because he beat this record by an insane margin. There's 4 players with 35-2, and then Link drops a 34-6? Like, what? What happened? Did you see how clean this 35-2 was? So what you do is you do this ramp cut at the start to reduce airtime, and then here, you're aiming for the bug checkpoint. So you're hitting the checkpoint line from underneath, in between these 2 pins. You get the checkpoint, you land up on the platform, you immediately go for an inside line and jump down to the road. Then you do a drift, high speed up into the loop, and then full speed last turn towards the finish. Like, this is a fine run. What the hell is a 34-6? So everyone was like shocked, like, you gotta see this replay. You watch the replay, and he just makes it look so easy. Here's the run. So about 200 or 300 ahead of the checkpoint. Hits the bug checkpoint, and somehow just carries way more speed. Can therefore jump further onto the road. And then he does, I believe, marginally better drift into the loop. And dares to just go full speed here. Hoping the turn will hold. It does. Jumps barely through here, landing down on the platform. And into the finish. It's 0.6 faster. Like, percentage-wise, for how long this track is, one of the biggest improvements that we've seen in the last couple of years. Look at the speed. Like, he somehow crashed the checkpoint without crashing. Yeah, just insane. I mean, hats off to Link. That's his second world record of the month. And with this world record, he bumped himself up to having the most world records currently in the game. It used to be Hefest, it used to be Demon, but with this, Link now took the top spot with 10 at the same time out of 65 maps. He wasn't done. This is 3 days later. He got another one. Like, we are up against a new god of the game, I swear to God. Minus 0.4 on this map, by the way. Not a small improvement, not your 100th of a second improvement. Minus 0.4. He improved it again the same day. Another 800ths for a beautiful time of 40.69. And again, you're gonna see he makes it look easy. This is the map so this is his first improvement. This map saw a shortcut last year from Dennis. New shortcut. Where instead of driving up the entire statue, players found out it's really just Dennis's genius. Dennis found out it's faster to edge bug and jump on the bottom part of the statue. This is a less steep hill to climb, and you can get to the next platform sooner, saving close to a second. And basically, if you look at the comparison now, Link just optimized this even further. It's a very precise setup, but he got a better start and then was able to follow it up with Link level driving for the second part too. Here you have to slow down on purpose. Can't really make use of the speed advantage. Have to slow down, land on the bottom of the hill. And then the sculpture turn. You want to go as low as possible. Link's one is hot. And then you slow down, jump under the sign, and into the finish. I need to do this twice, but just look at the sculpture turn. You finally land the shortcut, right? Finally, after grinding the start for probably every attempt, and then you go for this. It's like satisfying, purely satisfying. This is the 4069, and basically just better start. Like, the run was very similar, but his start about 0.10 better. See him just driving away off the statue. That's the lead, and then he holds it all the way to the finish. And so we thought, you know, we're kind of a little over halfway through the month right now, but this is shaping up to be quite a historic month. We don't see this many big improvements lately. I think a lot of people got inspired to hunt seeing all these improvements. Myself included. One other person who got inspired was Jan. B07 that we saw earlier from Simi. Jan also wanted to hunt this map. And he got this one. Splits off. Jump, lands in a clean bug slide inside line. Flick early. 27:35. 100th faster than Simi again. Another improvement for this month. So unlucky for Simi, he only had this record for a few days. But fun for everyone else to see improvements still. Next up we have Demon. Demon has been streaming himself hunting AO7 for the past 2 weeks. It's a map he has had the world record on in the past. Last year he hunted it a lot when the world record was at 0.20. And then Raceta did a 0.19 and he tried to beat the 0.19 for a while. This year again he picked it up. Did a lot of streams, but then before he had a chance to beat the 0.19, Raceta improved to a 0.18. And this is one of the sickest, arguably at least top 5 in the campaign right now. of the most insane records that we've ever seen. The absolute perfect tool assisted run for humans is a 0.12, and this is a 0.18. And it is way faster than anyone ever thought this map would be able to be brought down to. Let's take a look at the precision and admire this. Someone said, I think I would enjoy the records of the current game more. The thing about the records from the current game is that they get outdated so fast. These records are, these are gaming history. 16 years of competition, and look how close you have to go to the walls now to beat the world. It's just... it's so good. And here you can see his old world record. So the old world record had a slightly worse start, but then a better drop down seemingly, although at less speed. And speed here in the ending is the deciding factor in the new run. This is the new record. And I think a lot of people, when they haven't seen Trackmania before, will think that, oh, that means there's a lot more in it. But the wider line here just wins over time. Like, the finish line isn't here. The finish line is in the distance, and this car has substantially less speed than the other one. So we can't just pick and choose. It's very optimized. But yeah, AO7 is not something I expected to see improved this year. And here we have Demon's reaction, by the way. 07 in chat. I spoke a bit about this earlier, but guys, I got very motivated seeing all these world records, and I started dabbling back into hunting some of the AO maps myself. I played a map called Mini D13, and got the record on this. It's just the start of D13. Then I started practicing the map, did a lot of attempts, and I'm not going to show all of it now, but I can tell you, I did eventually take back my long forgotten, long lost beauty, the world record on D13 race, by 0.05 of a second. Very proud. It took me about 10 hours. It honestly happened much sooner than I expected it would. After 2 years of not having the D13 record, I finally got this run. Now, if you haven't seen this map before, this is an okay start, good timed air brake, jumping wide to carry a lot of speed before I'm about to do a very hard bug slide through this checkpoint, bouncing on the side to set it up, and then bop. Good speed here. I turn off the interface to not get distracted by the splits. I know it's fast. Bump shortcut across the middle. Landing, not the best, but still good enough for world record. Trying my best now to not freak out. Do some speed slides on the dirt. Set up wide for the bug slide. I need to hit the back of the car against this wall to carry full speed into this wall bang. And then jump, not landing bug. Go out wide, smooth, and try to carry speed onto the final booster and straight to the finish. And here I'm just hoping, please be enough for the world record, and it is. Yo! Yo, 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 yo. Yo! 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 No way! No way, dude! Oh! Yeah, I was quite happy. And a bit surprised. My best run before this one, coming back to the map, was a 103.54. So it was just a second faster than my previous. There's still more time to get on that map, but D13 is one of the least consistent maps to drive in the campaign. With that said, it's hard to imagine someone will get everything perfect in a run. But here's the comparison. Argentina car is me, FWO car is Crosshairs. So slightly different start approaches, ends up being about the same. Was that at 5 AM? It was at just before midnight. And funnily enough, I was going to quit playing it at midnight, but I got it 10 minutes before I was going to quit. But yeah, my bug slide here, far better than Crosshairs. Zooming ahead. But now this shortcut right here, my consistency at getting a clean full speed landing here, like Crosshairs did, is about 1 in 10. So I got the bug slide, but not the shortcut. And Cross got the shortcut, but not the bug slide, so we're about equal, all things considered. And then the ending, you need the wide setup, you need the back hit to reposition the car towards the wall. Crosshairs had it better, but I have more speed here and a better jump. Overtaking the lead and trying to get a slightly smoother dirt line for more speed. And now you're just hoping you don't landing bug. And I did not for a 102.60. How many world records do you have now? Well, in the official Nations campaign, that would be 1. But that is more than most people have. So I'm very happy with that. People weren't done getting world records. Estas with the EO3 Endurance world record at the tail end of the month. 435. This is a map I've had the world record on in the past, and I had it with a 437. 435, I can tell you, is very fast. And he beat the world record by a second. Now, we're not going to watch the entire 4-minute run because it's not the most eventful map. It's 3 laps. And so it starts with a cut where you go down past this hill, drop down here, and you're just trying to really avoid landing bugs. This map is infamous for never having had a world record without landing bugs. 16 years of competition, the best players have not been able to avoid landing bugs on this map once. That's how poorly built this map is. Like, it's astounding. I think Estes gets a slowdown here. Yeah. So here, he just lost, like, I want to say half a second to a bug. And that's what can happen on this map. And what Estes did, though, which we'll see in the comparison, I will actually let this play. And then we'll compare the last lap. Small bug slide there. Now you drive in between the cacti. You do one big jump here to get up to the corner of this turn. That looked like a tiny bug as well. And then drop down here, try not to bug here. Looks good. Then over the mountain, try not to bug on the mountain or this landing. And now you're coming up to doing another lap. This was very clean. And with 1 lap to go, Estes was about tied with Raysons. We'll see the comparison now. Yeah, he's a little bit behind going into the last lap. Half a second behind. And on this map, there's a lot of shortcuts. Oh, he got 1 landing bug there, so he's actually even further behind. And so I think at this point, Estes is mentally preparing to do the ending shortcut on the map. He's preparing himself to, as you'll see, yeet off a road into the finish. Catching up slightly to Raysons here. It's 0.3 of a gap after 4 minutes of driving. Raysons very good on dirt though, but I think he's gonna get some unlucky parts here. That was good. Raysons 0.6 ahead now. 0.8. It's getting dire for Estes. Needs something to go his way. And so he gets a good landing here, gets really good speed. He knows at this point he's caught up and is ahead. But he still decides, I think, a Giga Chad move to go sideways and bug slide into the finish. He knows the splits, alright? He knows he's ahead. He even said so in his own words. But he didn't want the record to just be a record. He wanted a big improvement. And this is not easy. I have done this once in a run as well. Very precise bug slide to save over 1 second in the last part. I was 0.2 or 0.3 ahead of Raysons, but did end cut because I didn't want to finish it like that. Thanks for all the previous world records, real motivating. And I really love that we've had this energy this month where everyone feeds off of each other's improvements and we all see some new records in the game. And there were many others that tried for other records as well, but tragically had some catastrophic fails. They kind of go hand in hand. You get some records, but you also get some meltdowns, some failures. This is the map D15 Endurance. The map is 7 minutes long. The world record is a 7:03:17. After 7 minutes of driving, Rachel missed the world record by 0.04. 0.04 seconds, 400ths of a second. And I was watching him during this run, so I decided to show you guys by uploading it. It's a map with 10 laps. Each lap has a shortcut. So, Rachel here, we're on board. He's like in lap 5 or 6 or 7. I think 7 at this point. And he's driven a lot of shortcuts in a row. We're driving it online on a server in rounds mode. And he's doing laps around the circuit. Jump here is very prone to landing bugs. You often lose time here. If you like that, he just got a bug. But there's also the shortcut, which is very volatile. Anything can happen. You jump out to the side, land on a hill, and then try to set up for a bug slide through the checkpoint. He gets the bug slide, but... Okay, it wasn't this lap. This lap was clean. Good example of how it's meant to look. In one of his final laps, he does the same shortcut. But... he mysteriously hits a bump here, and his car almost backflips, losing him a lot of time, with a landing bug to follow. So I quickly look up the world record video, and he's still only 4/10ths behind the world record with 2 laps to go. In this lap, he lands another clean shortcut, right here. Right here. I quickly check the splits. He's going into last lap. Difference, 0.3 seconds. He gets the start bug slide to basically equalize. Pressure's on. I'm tabbing in and out to check. I don't want to distract him. I'm ready to type a storm. Last shortcut. After 7 minutes of driving. And it's a little bumpy. He still recovers well. He avoids the landing bug. 400ths. I mean, just... I would uninstall. Like, that should be the record. You miss by 400ths. Like, imagine my D13 run was like 100th behind. Like, that's how I would feel. Rayso might get this soon. He hasn't gotten it yet. Catastrophic failure. Then there's Trinity. Trinity was hunting AO9 a lot, trying to take back his record. World record here is 24:29. And what it does is it gets a huge bug, advantageously, right here. And he gets a really good one. But it lands kind of unsmoothly, and he had a bit of a bad start. He tries to get a good bug slide, but only a 44. This is still 3rd on the leaderboard, because this bug is so rare. And it's very unfortunate for Trinity that he got it with what for him is a slow start, 13:07. Pop the wheel up, and then... Ooh, almost good landing. I say only a 44, yeah. To him, it's only. It's the 3rd best time ever driven on this map. And hopefully Trinity can get this one soon. Another map we might see falling. This, to me, is the most tragic one. I'll show you this first. This is the record from Hefest on DO8, okay? Let's all pay attention. Let's learn this map in 2 runs. Starts out with a big jump forward. Then there's a speed slide that you have to do well. Then you have more speed than the mapper intended, and you now have to be very precise to thread the needle on this turn. And Hefest got it really well. Another clean landing here. He lands out wide on the dirt, so you can get a tight line past the mountain here. Beautiful run. Now, smooth line, nose down, so he can bump the car over that ledge, and get into the loop, set up wide, and then here, misses the approach a little bit and has to release late, and again here in the ending, a little bit too much airtime. It's kind of hard to tell, but his ending was the weakest part. Like right here, the car bumped a little bit too much, so people have known that this is improvable. Schmanuel started going for this map and got one of the most unlucky world record fails I've ever seen. So this is him. The gray car is Hefest. He is behind, but look at this. He's about to catch up into the last turn. He's about to overtake when he gets a bug in the final jump. Literally the last part. He's on the straightaway. But because this game is so garbage, he gets a bug right here. On the very last booster. The very last possible moment. That it could go wrong. And he can't predict it. It is like divine intervention, cosmic race to prevent him from getting this world record. And then lastly, Jan almost improved the world record on D12, missing it only by 300. And I'll actually show you this run. So Jan has found an improvement here, or at least a theorized improvement. So yeah, Jan has a strategy here. Jan is the Slovenian car, Dennis the German car. There's a shortcut on this map, and Jan has started going for a speed slide before doing the shortcut, which is bug sliding off this ledge and landing down here. He is ahead, but with less speed. And because this is a full speed map for the next 20 seconds, that speed advantage can never be regained. And it seems counterintuitive, like Jan should have more speed after going for a speed slide on the start. But he kind of just flew too far this run. Honestly, unlucky, because at this point, he's clearly overtaking. Right here. But then so much airtime. He's like, yeah, way higher up. Flies further, lands worse, and Dennis with a clean landing. And a good loop. Overtakes. And that, everybody, is all the world records. The best of the best that happened in August. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I want to do these monthly. So instead of doing one big one per year, we're going to check in every month, see where the players get along, see how the positions swap. Currently, Link has taken the top spot in TMNF. Yes, Link in first, Hefest second, Demon third, Dennis fourth. Very close. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel.